What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another live stream. I'd like to start this live stream off by saying I am not a part of any organizations. I don't know any targeted individual. I am not being told by anyone to be on here. I'm not in any secret organizations. And a lot of ticket tests are $400 plus. So this is a channel that you can come to and listen to without feeling perked or whatever that nature is. Without feeling perked or like somebody's on here trying to send people at you on purpose and stuff like that. Like we all feel at times. So before I start this live stream, you know, you need to check the mental. If you feel perked by me, you need to check the mental check um, that they mentally induced, like through conversation, trigger words, and things like that. You need to check that. You need to check the mental state. You need to check your mental state. Um, you know, because I'm just a regular person. So that's where you need to check your mental. That if you think I'm perping you, this is a channel for comfortability. This is a channel about strictly facts. This is a channel this is just a channel that's just a real person. And I keep going with this stuff. Post one comment before I get started, and I'm about to get started. Just a second. Okay, so this is going to be the reason that we're targeting. That we're targeted. My bad, targeted. This is going to be the reason that we're being gang stalked. I'm just going into a bunch of reasons, reading from some of my posts, and just reading the topic from some of my posts this time. I could just go in on it, just regular, just let it flow. But the first thing I want to start with is the reason that you're targeted, or the reason that you can be targeted, the reason that you can be gang stalked. Birth dates, birth dates, the day you were born. Okay, so I have a little story that I'm pretty sure that I've said it on here, but I have a story. I have a story, and I'm pretty sure I said it on here before, but I didn't go in depth with it. But another reason that you can be targeted is birth dates. Birth dates, right? Okay, so my birthday. My birthday is the birthday of the notorious Biggie Smalls. Um, yeah. So yeah, they definitely target me because of that, and I'm about to go into that story and why it's important. I have the birthday of Biggie Smalls, and I'm not the only person that has that birthday. I just have a background with that as well, meaning that my family members, I'm not just also, I'm an African American man. Um, you know, None of my family, neither side is you know, green or square or lame. Like I don't know anything they're into, but they're not lame. So I don't grow up in that. I don't grow up in that. I didn't grow up in a background of that. So I'm an African American male, and my birthday is the birthday of Biggie Smalls, the notorious Biggie Smalls. I also have, um, family members and stuff like that that are just like, I would say hood people, both sides, hood people, I would say, hood people, you know, not saying I'm the only person with that type of birthday, but, your background matters. I also have an expunged juvenile record. We're going to get into why I'm targeted because of that. Just from being targeted, just from the birthday, like just from the birthday. Not even just that, but yeah. So I have the birthday of Biggie Smalls, and There's another artist by the name. I'm not an artist, but I did make rap music. I was very good at it, still am. But there's an artist called Playboy Cardi. He has the resting date of Tupac. He has the rest in peace date of Tupac. You know, so basically what I'm saying by that is that if I was to be an artist, I can't now because I'm gang stalked. Like I'm, like I said no by posting about this. I'm supposed to be some type of street dude. But yeah, that's immediate attention. That's immediate money. Oh, this person has the birth date of of Biggie Smalls. This person has the birth date of Biggie. It's immediate money for these industries which have police in them and have three-letter agencies within them. The CIA is well into the music industry. I didn't even mean to say their name in here, but they're well into the music industry. They have hands in every sector of the music industry. Um, so yeah, it's immediate money. Like it's immediate money. I'm a black man with the birth date of Biggie Smalls. They have a famous, very famous known artist with the rest in peace date of Tupac. He goes by Playboy Cardi. So it's immediate money. It's immediate. It would be immediate money. It would be immediate fame. So yeah, they targeted me because of that. If you have a similar if you have a similar situation, which I believe I've heard before, any near birth dates, um, birth dates, rest in peace dates of celebrities, um, they will target you because of that, and that can be a reason from being targeted since birth. In their theory, they might think that you belong to a certain industry or something. Or there'd be an actor or something that you have the same birth date of, or the resting date of an actor or something. And the police all work with, law enforcement, three other agencies. They all work within, how tough it is to believe. Is documented. They all, some of them work within um, the music industry. So they'll all target you in collective. But yeah, birth dates is one. That was just my little story that I was getting across. You know, First time I'm kind of letting them know that I know something about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I have the birthday of Biggie. People had to hear that. People had to hear that at my birthday on the radio when they tribute to Biggie. They play all the songs. They had to hear that at my birthdays when the radio was on. They on the way to my birthday. They had to hear Biggie Smalls playing and them shouting that out. So yeah, I became a target probably since birth. Probably since birth. But let's get to it for the next one. But that's definitely a reason that you can be targeted since birth. They may believe that you belong to one of their satanic movements, which music is satanic. They may believe that you belong to one of their satanic movements. Satan was the angel of music. I don't even listen to it. It convicts me. I haven't done anything that the music says, especially when they talk about it. Like when they saying a certain person ain't never did this, ain't never did that. It's on plenty of songs. It convicts me. I don't listen to it. Sorry. Man, I don't want to listen to any other type of music. But the next reason that you can be targeted. Um, where's my post at? And we're getting to every part of it. We're getting to every part of it. Let me see. Oh, okay. Um, I don't want to do disability checks first. I'm gonna do that the next one. I'm gonna say this one is for everybody, right? Self-preferred isolation, even if whether you don't know you like to be alone or not. Some people like to be around people, and then when they get from around people, they're just like, yes, they just like, yes, like I can't, I couldn't wait to get home away from that party or what. But self-preferring isolation is a way that you get targeted, because self-preferring isolation is a key to success. Self-preferring isolation throws away materialism. Self-preferring isolation throws away a trip to the mall because you want to go to a club. So if you self-prefer isolation and you just looking around wondering why am I being targeted? Why are they doing this? And you just alone, which you really don't notice it when you're with people. I think most targets noticed that they were being targeted once they decided to really just get away from people. Like me myself, like I noticed targeting once I decided, I don't want to be around people, and then I noticed targeting. I noticed gang stalking at that moment. But self-preferring isolation is a key to success. It's a key to success. It's a key to success. Self-preferring isolation. That means you throw away the parties. That means you threw away the clubs. That means you threw away the mall, materialism, you know. Like that stuff can make you a target because it's a key to success. And sometimes we don't know what we're doing when we self-prefer isolation. Some of us just want to sit in the house. But you definitely gonna be targeted once you get up and decide to go to work and you self-prefer isolation, and you now hate parties, or you just don't want to be out every weekend. Like people out the club every weekend spending over $200, $300 on bottles and stuff like that. They need you spending money. They don't want you to come up independently. They don't want that. They don't want you to come up independently. They don't want that. They just don't. Self-preferring isolation can do those type of things. I'm not telling you not to go out to a party, but you should. You should be waiting to do those things. But most targets, you should be saving and waiting. But most targets self-prefer isolation. Most targets self-prefer isolation, and that is a key to success. That is a disability check in itself. Saying, "Oh yeah, I don't want to." You know how many? Do you not know why people are unsuccessful in life? Because they're spending money on things on clothing, on and stuff like that. You should see I still have the same clothing. I don't have anything name brand, and I used to. I used to, I used to have uh, Margellas, um, like all type of exclusive Jordans, all type of expensive $500 pairs of shoes. When that was happening, when that was like that, wasn't no targeting really going on. Wasn't no targeting really going on at all when that was like that. When I was buying clothing and stuff like that, and wanted to be around people, which kind of stopped like 2020. It kind of stopped like 2020. Wanted to be around people, buying clothing. My targeting started 2018. But once I seen what they were trying to do, um, and that's why I say stay away from people, because they're only trouble. I'm not gonna get into the stories, but once I seen what because they're unsuccessful. So once I seen what they were trying to do in 2020, um, I I just fell back from pretty much everything. I don't want no friends. I just want my girlfriend, which whomever that is, how many ever I have. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have a girlfriend in my life, and that's pretty much it. That's it. But I fell out of pretty much materialism. Um, my targeting went, rampant. Even though I wasn't in materialism as much, I always knew to just buy some certain amounts of shoes, certain types of shoes. Like if I got two pair of shoes that cost $600, I'm not buying no more shoes. So that'll get you targeted. You're not purchasing into the system. You're not purchasing into the system. Like you're not at the Louis Vuitton store. You feel what I'm saying? Like you're not at Nordstrom. You're not at uh uh Saks Fifth. You know. So once you're just not into being fresh, you're not buying into the system. That'll make you a target. That'll make you a target. And even if you are, it's still even if you are, it still can make you a target. But yeah, like self-preferring isolation, self-preferring isolation will definitely make you a target. Because it's successful. Don't If you isolate now, don't come up out of that. You never want to be around people, bro. Let me tell you the logistics, bro. You only get in trouble when you're around people. The logistics. You only get in trouble when you're around people. You only get in trouble when you're around people. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't if you just by yourself and you just chilling, you doing your own thing, you only get in trouble around people. It's logistics of that. Like it's some logistics to that. I probably can't get into it. I probably can't find it in my mind right now, but it's some logistics to that. It's some logistics to that. It's logistics to that. It's logistics to that. It's logistics. It's logistics to staying alone. If you're alone, like you're not going to get in trouble if you're alone. Say one of your friends, uh, like has something illegal. Say one of your friends is having a controlled substance that they're not supposed to have. You don't even do that drug, but you in the car with them, right? And they got a lot of it or something like that, right? Say y'all get pulled over and y'all both just go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a controlled substance. So that's a little fact to that. Like it's logistics. Isolate means I'm so late. Like, oh, I've been around people so much, I didn't know that was getting me in trouble. I made that up. I thought of that. I'm pretty sure somebody else thought of that too. But I'm so late, and isolation. I'm so late. That is a key to success. It's a key to success. Some of these words, which they are spells, some of these words they tell on themselves. Some of these words tell on themselves. You know. So it's just like isolation is key. Staying to yourself is key. Self-preferred isolation is the key to success. It's a key to success. Self-preferred isolation is a key to success. If you self-prefer isolation, if you stay away from people, trust me, your target is going to ramp up, but you have to keep doing that. You have to keep doing that. It's like I was telling y'all, like, they're always gonna send something your way, but once you self-prefer isolation, you only want your significant other around, whoever that may be, whether you're a man or woman. You want your significant other around once you self-prefer isolation. So say you're isolated, and the only thing you'll accept in is a relationship, is a significant other, right? They'll send that stuff around you. But what I was saying is you want to focus on your finances before you do that type of stuff, because that is a relationships is a especially when you're a man and you with a woman, You got to take care of her. Like you have to, like it's like having a child. So it's a lot of money being spent. So you want to wait to do that. You know, y'all might be on a date like every day. You might stay with her, and she might want something from fast food every time you get off of work. You might have to buy clothing for her. You might have to do all of this stuff for her, and you just you end up getting left. You know what I'm saying? You end up getting left. You just like, dang, all that stuff I done spent, all that stuff I could have had, all that stuff that could have went to something else. Or it could have just been saved. So um, just focus on self. But self-preferring isolation will definitely make you a target. Preferring isolation will definitely make you a target. Preferring isolation means not going to a club, not wanting to. If you're not going to a club, you're not trying. If you're if your mindset is stuck on not going to clubs and not going to parties, that means you're not trying to go to the mall. You get what I'm saying? You not trying to spend money on the stuff they want to make you spend money on. You get what I'm saying? You ain't trying to buy clothes to look nice, because you ain't got no reason to. You ain't got no reason to. You feel what I'm saying? You go to the mall, you know, you ain't got no reason. You ain't got no reason to because you're not going to parties. You're not going to clubs. So you ain't got no reason to look nice. That'll make you a target. That'll make you a target because you're not um, giving back in to the system. Not giving back in, but you're not purchasing things. You get what I'm saying? Like this. You're not purchasing things like that everybody else purchasing. That goes, oh, why is this person saving money? Oh, this person can come up successfully, independently, fast because he's not buying any of this stuff. He's not spending $1,000 on some shoes. This person can come up successful. Let's target him. Whether you know that's your mindset or not, sometimes you can be subconsciously focused on that stuff and they target you before that. And then you have to realize, hey, that's how I should be thinking. And then you realize why they targeting you. But let me get to the next one. Because self-preferring isolation is definitely one of them. Definitely. Self-preferring isolation is like a disability check in itself. Once you're isolating on purpose, oh man, that's something else. Once you isolating on purpose, is something else. But the next thing I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna keep disability checks last, is looks, sexual gifts. You might be gifted sexually, as a man or a woman. You might be gifted sexually. You might be gifted sexually. I speak for men on this channel. I'm not trying to grow this channel. This is for help. This is for help. But you might be sexually gifted. You might look good. You might look good. You might be sexually gifted. Pause. But you might be sexually gifted. That can make you a target. If you know you don't look that good, you might be sexually gifted. That can make you a target. That can make you a target. I'm talking about extremely sexually gifted, like you sexually gifted. That can make you a target. How you look, your characteristics, that can make you a target. These people, at the end of the day, it's pure hate and jealousy. There is no reason to do this. I was thinking like, well, they could do this to a person that they're accusing of something, but no, a person that you're accusing, You put them in a room and you ask them. You know, a person that you're accusing, that's what you do to them. So why are you targeting somebody? That's pure hate and jealousy. And I just realized that today. Like, it's pure hate and jealousy. At the end of the day, targeting is pure hate and jealousy. It's pure hate and jealousy. That's what targeting is. It's pure hate and jealousy. Oh my gosh. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. This does not happen to people. There are people that don't. There are people that don't notice it. Once this stuff go overt, you looking for it. You on Instagram. I mean, not on Instagram. You on the internet searching. You on the internet searching for this stuff. Once it go overt or covert or however they call it, you on the internet searching for this stuff. This stuff is pure jealousy. It's pure jealousy. This does not. It's not this or that. Oh, this we're accusing this person of something. No, no, that's not that. If you accuse somebody of something, that means the police supposed to be at your door. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That so this is pure hate and jealousy, bro. Like, that was the last conclusion that I wanted to come to, right? That was like the last conclusion, right? And I'm like, nah, this pure hate and jealousy. They don't do this shit to criminals. They don't do this shit to, bro. They don't do this stuff to nobody. They don't do it to anybody, bro. They don't do it to anybody. So if you're being targeted, you are you know, you that guy. Like somebody else said, like, if you being targeted, you that guy. Yeah, you know, like you a powerful person if you being targeted, bro. You're a powerful person if you're being targeted. Like, you're powerful. You're a very powerful person if you're being targeted. I'm talking about very. I'm talking about very powerful person if you're being targeted, bro. This stuff, they don't do this stuff to criminals, bro. They do not do this stuff to criminals, bro. They don't. And I'm putting the StreamYard link back up in if one of y'all want to join. If y'all want to join, but yeah, y'all don't have to at all. But I'd rather not because I want to keep going. You already here? Yeah. Yeah, but they don't do this stuff to anybody. They don't do it to anybody, bro. They don't do this stuff to anybody. You're a target. You're just a target. And a lot of y'all I see, bro, is characteristics. Some looks, you know, some look like they was one. Y'all supposed to be on, TV or somewhere. You know, but I wouldn't do that if I was y'all. I'm just saying, but yeah, like, and I was thinking like, well, it could be because I'm seeing them through a phone screen, but nah, like I see other people through a phone screen and they don't look like they're supposed to be, you know, doing something that's on TV or something like that. When I see other people through a phone screen. So yeah, you're definitely being targeted on purpose. It's definitely these three little agencies. These three little agencies work with, you know, TV industries. Hard to believe. I don't know how it's so hard to believe, though. It's already documented. They already have a hip hop police, bro. Like, that's documented. The fact that people think they're giving people millions of dollars, bro, and they not targeting them, or it's not a bunch of undercover police around them. You have to be stupid. You have to be real dumb. Like, it's a bunch of undercover police around artists, bro. They give them too much money. They give them too much money. But yeah, that's besides the fact. But yeah, characteristics, looks definitely will get you targeted. Characteristics, looks, sexual gifts will get you targeted. Looks, sexual gifts, that stuff will get you targeted for real. For real. You might not know that you might feel a certain type of way to a girl. You know what I'm saying? And to all of them or something. Like you might go in there and it feel a type of way to them, and they done told people, and now you a target. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, looks, looks, characteristics, uh, you know, looks, characteristics, sexual gifts, all of that stuff will make you a target. It'll make you a target for sure. Like it will definitely make you a target. And I dropped the link if anybody want to join, but I'm getting into the next. I'd rather y'all not join, but it don't matter. But I'm getting into the next reason of targeting. I'm gonna get to disability checks last because everybody don't get those, and I was personally told that that was a reason, like by somebody that was, uh, you know, initiating my disability check. I was personally told that a lot of people went to like me having that, and I was told that in our office. So yeah, but yeah, the next thing we're gonna get into is bloodlines. Bloodlines. Bloodlines can get you targeted. You might be, you could be related. Let's keep it real. You could be related to somebody that's in that could be in TV or in high power or something like that. Bloodlines can definitely get you targeted. Bloodlines can definitely get you targeted. But I don't have pretty much too much anything to say on that. Uh, but yeah, other than that, targeting is just pure hate and jealousy, bro. Like that's what targeting is. It's pure hate and jealousy, bro. It's pure hate and jealousy, and I'm gonna get into the last portion of what I'm speaking on. We'll get into the last portion of that in a second. But yeah, it's pure hate and jealousy. Look at yourself. I done said it. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. You know, it's pure hate and jealousy. Look at yourself. Look at your actions. Look at the people. Look at how you move. You can't stalk a group. So if you moving alone, you're going to become gang stalk, especially when somebody notices that you like to move alone and you don't like to have friends. Especially that, because it's a key to success. Literally, it's a key to success. What kind of messes up that key is significant others. You know, like you might think you got it going on, and then they just pop up. Significant others just pop up. Somebody that just like you all of a sudden now that you got a bunch of money, or not a bunch of money, but just doing well. They just send them through there and just mess everything up because you have to wait for that. There is no true love. You know what I'm saying? I done missed out on some beautiful women that I had to leave the state, and I just knew like, oh my gosh, I could. But they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So it's just like I'm not falling for that spiritual. We're supposed to be together type of thing. Like I done missed out on some stuff that I would really have some fun with. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff I would really have some fun with. So it's just like yeah, that stuff will get you targeted. Pure hate and jealousy, bro. Pure hate, jealousy. Like I'm talking about like pure hate. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. It's not anything else. It's not anything else, bro. It's not, bro. Criminals aren't targeted. Forget that. If you did a crime or something, they wouldn't target you for it, bro. It's not that. It's not that. Because you'll never get your mental state back, bro. You'll never get your mental state back. It's not that. It's not that. Oh no, it's not that. Targeting is completely pure hate, bro. And my bad if I keep saying that, but like I just really came to that conclusion today. Like that's literally what it is. This stuff does not happen to people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like being followed around everywhere in every part of the state by citizen informants that they're trying to make you think are regular people, you know, that they're trying to make you think are regular people. Being followed around by citizen informants, bro. They trying to make you think you're regular people. They trying to make you think they trying to save you or something like no. You know what I'm saying? That's them citizen informants follow you around, bro. So that's another reason to never really care. I seen a new target speaking on it. I seen a new target speaking on why not to really care, and I can't confirm if this person is real or not, but kind of just regurgitated what I said. Don't care. It's a reason for you not to care. They don't personally know you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't personally know you. They don't personally know you. They don't personally know you. Plus, they're citizen informants. On top of that, who you think? Who you think they working for? You think? I was gonna say some cool shit. Who you think they working for? You feel what I'm saying? Who you think they working for, bro? Who they think they working for? Who you think they working for? Who they think they working for? You feel what I'm saying, bro? They probably don't even understand who they working for, bro. But anybody trying to get you to crash out, bro, get incarcerated, you know who they working for, bro. They working for them people, and they probably think they working for some secret society or something. Which no society is secret, bro. It can't be. They have to, police gotta know about everything, bro. They gotta know about everything. They have to know about everything. Any gang there is has always been exposed. Any gang, any gang that's ever been created has always been exposed, and things of that nature, you know. So you gotta understand that type of stuff, bro. That's why I tell y'all, um, speak, think with logistics over intelligence, bro, because intelligence has to be taught from someone else. You know, logistics tell you to throw a lion 100 pounds of meat. They probably won't attack you. You feel what I'm saying? Intelligence tell you, yeah, just don't run from it. You feel what I'm saying? Intelligence will tell you don't run from a lion. Logistics will don't run from a lion. They won't attack. Logistics will tell you make sure you have 100 pounds of like rib meat or something like that. Make sure you have 100 pounds of rib meat, and they probably won't attack. Yeah, they probably won't attack then. But if you just, but that's what intelligence tell you. Don't stop looking at what people read, bro. Don't you know you can read that the police is good, bro? Them people are terrible, bro. They shoot running men in the back. Men that are running from them, they shoot them in the back. Those people are terrible. But you can read um, that they're good people. The side of their car say serve and protect. Usually that's what it say, right? You know what I'm saying? Those are terrible people, bro. Anybody that just give up on society like that are terrible people because they can't have friends. They can, but no, most people not trying to be friends with you if you're a cop or even after. So they give up on society like that. Those are terrible people, bro. Straight up. I'm sorry. Those are terrible people, bro. Terrible people. Excuse me. Terrible people, bro. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. That's why I just say, bro, just read. You know what I'm saying? Read. It's another reason you can be targeted. Reading. Reading. Reading, my nigga. Reading. Excuse me for saying that. I don't want to mess up on YouTube. But reading can make you targeted. You know what I was reading before? The stuff that people that listen to music don't look into. I was reading the Illuminati hip hop conspiracies. What these doing at this party? What's going on with all that? That's crazy. They really doing that? Well, it makes sense because they get money from it. So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. I mean, it don't really make sense now. I don't see how anybody can get on stage and they talking about crazy gangster and stuff, and they doing some bad man stuff with some bad men in inside a room. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really believe in that. That's using logistics. I don't really believe in that. Some of them probably, but majority of them I don't believe they doing nothing oily. But I do believe they are workers of iniquity. You'll never catch me around them people. Can't. I'm on here. I'm conspiracy theorist. You won't catch me around them. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that is. Um, it's preferred though. Like, I prefer that. But yeah, and I just said something good about it. But they are workers of iniquity, artists, stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, yeah, you know, looks, characteristics, all of that stuff can get you targeted. Work ethic, you know, without being a dummy, especially without being a dummy, will get you targeted. I don't mean work ethic, then you just go mess up everything that you worked for by going out to the club every weekend. Not that type of work ethic. Work ethic with a purpose that'll get you targeted. That will get you targeted. That will get you targeted. But you thinking all these people personally know you and stuff like that, and they not citizen informants, that's how you gonna get messed up workplace mobbing. Especially if you work at somewhere food or something like that, you gonna get messed up workplace mobbing. That's why I be trying to get on here. That's why I be trying to get on here and let y'all know. Reading 100% facts. Yep, for real. But that's how I be trying to. That's why I be trying to get on here and let y'all know, bro. Like, hey, don't get mad at these people at that's at your job. The customers that come in or anything like that. Don't get mad at them. Don't be looking into what they doing. Don't think it's some type of cult, bro, because that's how you gonna get messed up at your job. Once you look at them as citizen informants, once I started looking at people as citizen informants, I just completely I completely grew. Like I completely just I was on point. I was on point. Once I realized what I was dealing with, once I realized who I was dealing with, I was on point. I was like, oh, so they in they mind, they don't even know you personally, but in they mind, they might think they working for uh, they might think they working for like a record label or something, doing that stuff to you. They might think they working for a secret society. They might think they Illuminati. They might think this, like, or that. Like, bro, they're citizen informants, bro. So it's that is so funny to me, and it can't be nothing else. Like, once logistics over intelligence, bro. You getting information on people that you don't know, like personal information. Like indirect conversation. As soon as you walk out the house, yo, That's cop technology, bro. Like, do you know you working for? Like, even if you like, it's you feel what I'm saying? Citizen informants, bro. Citizen informants, like citizen informants, bro. So there's no reason to be thinking about these people that come into your job and you might order some food or something, or wherever you work at, employees that act employees that act like they know you or something, or they got some personal information on you. Anybody that gets personal information logistically, bro, they're connected to the cops. They're handled, even if they don't know it, their handlers are connected to the cops, and their handlers know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just um it's just beautiful. Like, it's just beautiful to understand that. I was on point once I understood that. I was on point once I understood that. And once I understood that, um, I was already not messing up things at work, but like, I was on point once I understood that. Like, I was just like straight up focused. Like, oh, there go citizen informant in the lobby while I make food, sitting there trying to distract me, trying to make me think that, because you gotta understand and identify people as who they are. Because if you don't, guess what? You're gonna be you're gonna discombobulate yourself. You have to identify people for who they are. And you thinking that they work for some type of secret society or something like that, instead of thinking that they the cops or citizen informants, that's gonna mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's gonna mess you up. Me thinking that people that were watching me work were the cops, that's what helped me. Like, that's what helped me. Like, it helped me. like, oh, that's a citizen informant. Instead of me thinking, oh, that's a person that's gonna go back and talk about me and slander me, not slander me, but go speak on me and group chats and stuff like that. Oh, that's one of those people. Like, that's a person that's scouting for some girl or something like that I want to talk to, or that want to talk to me. Let me act like that. No, they're all citizen informants, bro. All citizen informants, all of them. That's how you have to think, and that's usually what it is. That's usually what it is, and that's how you have to think. But I didn't get into the disability check topic. Everybody don't get those, but some of my audience do. But personally, I was told personally in the office while um, my disability check was being initiated that um, yeah, a lot of people. I wasn't told I was going to be targeted, but I was told that a lot of people want to like me having my disability check. Well, who would know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't thinking that at the time because I didn't know what targeting was. But I'm like, who would even know that I get that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who would know that? I didn't even know the amount at the time. I didn't know anything. So I was like, who would know that? Well, I wasn't thinking that at the time. But when I got home that day, um, I researched gang stalking. I was sitting on my porch chilling, and I just noticed cars passing by my house, speeding. It just everything felt unnormal, and I wasn't thinking about what was said. I wasn't thinking about what had just been told to me, that a lot of people weren't going to like me having my disability check. I wasn't thinking about that. I was not thinking about that. I was just sitting on the porch. A lot of people started, not a lot of people, but multiple people started, just driving past my house, swerving past my house, speeding, loud music, you know, tires screeching. And that's when I decided to look up gang stalking, and I realized I was gang stalked. Realized I was gang stalked. But yeah, The reason that they do that, if you receive government, um, any type of government assistance, um, any type actually, but especially disability checks money, like yeah, like you have to think about that. Like that money is coming from the government, bro. They're trying, and it's like they had to when they initiated it to you. Like they had to give you a disability check. Like they had to because of whatever you had going on. Like it was legitimate. Like you had a disability, so they had to give you a disability check. But how they can be taken away is by you crashing out and going to jail. That's how that can be taken away. Personally, 60 days, 60 days, if I stayed in jail for 60 days, my disability check can be took and I have to reinstate it upon return. I have to reinstate it, but like they really want you to crash out because there's ways that you can't get that stuff back if you do certain things. Like say you harm somebody and you go to jail, you harm somebody, like ain't no there's no getting that back. Especially if you get a convicted charge, like there's no getting that back. But yeah, so you get what I'm saying? Disability checks don't keep going when you in jail. So yeah, if you get a disability check, you're probably being targeted because they stop when you're in jail. Disability checks stop when you're in jail. I don't know about SSI, but I'm not SSI. The disability checks stop when you're in jail. I know SSI stopped too. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same policy, but they stop when you're in jail. Disability checks stop when you're in jail. So yes, you're definitely being targeted, especially if you're doing the right things with them. You're definitely being targeted. Definitely, disability checks is like one of the number one reasons. That's when I noticed my targeting, and I didn't receive my disability check until like 4 months after it being initiated. That hey, you're going to receive this. I didn't even receive it until then. I didn't even know how much it would be. I didn't know when it'd come to me or nothing. Like I didn't even know. But as soon as that notification of that happened, I noticed gang stalking. 4 months before it started. 4 months before the disability check started, I noticed gang stalking. You know, and then I was told, like, so yeah, I'm not just bullshit. I'm not just BSing. I was told that a lot of people weren't going to like me having that, and this was while it was being initiated in